Okay, well, it's been a little bit since I've put a video up, so I wanted to kind of do a little update here. I've been on a little bit of a Glock bend lately, messing with my Glocks, and I got into deciding to swap out the sights on a couple of my pistols, the Glock pistols that come with these. I'm sure you're all familiar, or maybe some aren't, but the stock Glock sights, which are plastic and pretty much garbage. Anyway, I've wanted to get night sights on all those since I bought them, and I swapped them out on my Glock 29 recently, and it was such an easy and inexpensive process that I decided to make a video about it. So this is kind of like a $75 sight change video ultimately, really. I mean, and it comes down to you need a couple different tools. You could do, there's a few different ways you could do it, but to make it easier, you want a rear sight tool. I got this rear sight tool from a seller on eBay. I think it's like 3D Printer for You or something like that was the name of his. Let me look it up here. 3D Printer for You Now, or 3D Printing for You Now. Anyway, apparently the guy makes these on his 3D printer, and it's a bunch of different pieces. These all, I'll show you how it works basically, but it's a little pusher for the sights. Anyway, that was like 23 bucks shipped. Not bad. This right here is for the front sights. This is called a Fixxxer, and it's a specific tool for Glock front sight nut. And then that was like 8 bucks. And here, a set of nice, very nice tritium night sights. Just the standard, not the TFX or the Pros or any of that. Just a plain old standard set of tritium TruGlo night sights. $49.99 from Vergona Outdoors out of Pennsylvania, and they send you a receipt and a mail-in rebate from TruGlo, which gets you a $10 mail-in rebate on this set of sights. So out the door price, final price for this is $39.99. That's a hell of a deal. So we add up 40 bucks for the sights, like 23 bucks for the pusher, and 8 bucks for the front sight tool. You're looking at under $75 to swap out the sights on your Glock. Pretty good deal. A couple things about these TruGlos. These are for the Glock. This is a Glock 19, by the way. These are the Glocks that this set of sights fits. Assembled in the USA with Swiss tritium. I believe there was something on here about a warranty. Oh yeah, right here. 12-year limited warranty. In the package here, you got your UPC. Definitely want to save that because that's going to be sent in with the rebate information. In here, just some general information about the sights. The nice thing is it does come with a little Allen wrench, because, and also a special extra nut for the, it says fits use with Gen 4 Glocks only. So for some reason that they differentiate between the Gen 4 and the, oops, there goes the sights. All right, they're metal. They're very good quality. I have a set of these on my Glock 29. There they are. That's the rear sight. See, it does have a set or a little like Allen nut in it as a set screw. So once you get that, see if I can actually, yeah. So once you get that into your dovetail of your rear sight, you can actually set it in, and obviously you want to use a little bit of Loctite on that. Here's the front sight. It has a little, it just mounts in there into the top of the slide with a little nut. That's how these work. All right, let's swap them out. First thing is obviously to clear first and disassemble the pistol, which that's not really a video that needs to be made. Take the barrel and the recoil set up out of the slide, and the slide will go into this rear sight tool. I'll show you how I set that up. There's these little spacers that it comes with. I found kind of the combination that works the best with this Glock 19 slide. All right, that's in there. So I use this little spacer on the side and this one underneath that kind of holds the bottom of the slide in place. And then this piece here is, you can ratchet with the, turn the screw handle here. And as you do that, that will just simply push that rear sight right off the slide. So here we go. Start to get a little tension. If it gets too much tension, you probably want to stop and maybe back it off a little bit. There it goes. It broke free right there. You'll want to stop and maybe back off a little bit if it gets too tight. You can see it's coming off the side of there. See, it looks like it's. I'm going to back off a little bit. Maybe reposition this just so I don't want to tear up that sight. They are plastic, the stock sights, so they will get mangled fairly easily if you manhandle them. There we go. That's coming off real nice. Just keep turning this. Oh yeah. Get to a certain point. This will, you pretty much go all the way with this. Right about there. Back it off a little bit. Pull this out. Oh, there it went. The actual sight came right off. That is a rear sight for a standard rear sight for a Glock 19. Totally simple design. Obviously very common. And these are, you know, dovetail type of sight for a rear sight is very common. All right, now to the front sight. Under here, you have a small, I don't know if you can see that, nut inside there. See that nut? We're going to unscrew that with this front sight tool, which can be tricky to get in there. There we go. Twist up. That wasn't even all very tight at all. The one for the Glock 29, I had to like use a little bit more force. This one came undone real easy. Oops. I'll probably, this is probably pretty boring to watch, so may have to edit some of this out. How do you like that? If I just leave that like that, that'd be pretty accurate, right? And there it is. That is your standard Glock front sight, and the little nut or screw, actually it's a screw, that holds it onto the slide. Goes right through the slide and just goes right there. This is actually magnetic too, so if you do happen to get that nut off there, it won't go flying typically. It'll stick to the tool, which is nice. In fact, it makes it handy for putting the new one in there. See, it's magnetic. Anyway, now to set this up to put a sight on, at least for these TruGlos, I found it's best to take this piece and turn it around so that the squared edge pushes the sight on. I'll put this piece back in there. And this all the way out, of course, because it's going to start way, you know, the sight's going to start way off to the side. Get that all the way, not out, but all the way back at least. All right, now it's good to get a little bit of gun oil on your finger and just a little dab of oil right in there, and then just wipe that off with a rag, so that basically you have just a very light coating of oil in there. And make sure that the screw on the bottom of this is not protruding, which it is not. It is flush. So this should slide right on here. It goes on a good, until you get some tension there. You want to just push it with your thumb until it stops. At that point is where it stops right there. And now it's time to bring the tool in. Focus. Oh well, you get the point. Okay, that is right about where we want to be. Let me push that back a little bit, actually. There we go, right in there. Right in the middle of that. And we just start gently. In fact, let me move this a little bit. Just make sure we're on there nice and tight. Start gently screwing that. And that should move that sight right into place. This is where you don't want to screw up your brand new sight. It's sliding. It's just going slow. It's getting kind of tight. I'm going to back off a little bit. Kind of twist the slide around a little bit. Just make sure it's in there. There it goes. Feeling like it's not doing it. Yeah, it's doing it. It's actually coming out pretty good. I think we're pretty much right there. You gotta be careful about going too far because then you might have to turn around and go back the other direction. Let's see here. I think we need to go a little further. Yes, we do. Okay, well that took some doing, but we got her. Next thing is to remove this Allen key, or this little screw, and we will put a tiny little drop of blue thread lock on there and redo it. Just a little tiny, just about that much should be just fine to hold that in there. Right in the top of the sight. Piece of cake. Get down to where there's some tension. Give it a good crank. Turn the key around and give it a good crank without bending the Allen key. That should be good. All right, on to the front sight. This Glock 19 being a Gen 4, we will use this little screw. Not sure what the difference is, but I'm going to pull it out of here, and when I pull the other one out of the front sight, we will compare them and see. That screw on the right is the one that says it's for the Gen 4. The one on the left is the one that came in the little sight. I think just it's a shorter screw. I don't know why. I mean, that looks like a better screw to me. I almost want to use that one. I think I might just use that one. Pretty simple. Just take this front sight here, face it towards the back, obviously, and it goes right in here. It only goes one way because that's kind of a little oval shape, and the base on here is the same shape. So it just drops in, just like that. Shouldn't twist at all. No, it doesn't. That's in there. Now, just hold that in. You can take your little screw. In fact, let me put a little thread lock on there. Actually, I think I'm going to use this screw, even though, I mean, it doesn't seem that much different. It just looks like a better quality. The threads look like they were in better shape on it. So, you want to put just a teeny drop of thread lock on here. Probably like right towards the tip of it. Like right, that's probably enough right there. And one more little tiny bit. Alright, and then hold your sight on. This goes right in here. And just turn. Get a little tension on it, right about there. Let's make sure this is straight. Hold that right there. I don't want to twist it. I don't want it to be turned at all. You know what? I think I have to use that other screw, to be honest with you. I think that is slightly too long. I'm gonna back that out and use the other screw that says it's for the Gen 4. Interesting. Alright, now I'll have the screw for the Gen 4 in the driver. A little bit of thread lock on it. And right in to the slide it goes. Alright, now this. Yep, that one's actually working. Yeah, that's surprising. Well, I didn't see much difference in those, but it's true. The one that says it's for the Gen 4 is slightly shorter, and it gets you a much better bite on the in the slide. Make sure that's not turned at all. No, I think we're good. Alright, now this is where you really want to crank this bad boy. I mean, you don't want to bust it or anything, but you want that on nice and tight. That's perfect. There we go. There are your brand new night sights. Let's put this bad boy back together. We'll see how it looks. There we go. Looks pretty good. In fact, it looks perfect. Those are nice metal sights. Very good. Put this back together here. And we will see what it looks like. Take a look at them in the dark too. Pretty good. It's not like 100% dark, but dark enough to where you can see. And believe me, in a dark, dark room, these are really, really bright. So there you go. That was the $23 sight tool, the $8 front sight driver, and the $40 set of TruGlo night sights for the Glock. And put them all together. That's your $75 night sight job for a Glock pistol. You can't beat that. That's just too good. Thanks for watching. Pretty soon I'll be having, I'll probably do a couple videos on a couple new holsters I'm picking up. Some Kydex ones. There's a holster from Badger Concealment that I got for my Glock 29. I've been using that Glock 29 with this set of night sights on it and that Badger Concealment as an EDC setup. And it's been working really good. Very nice. Nice little holster. And for 28 bucks, I think it was. And I got another one on order for the Glock 19. So when that comes, I'll compare the two and we'll do a little bit of a review on that. I also have another holster coming from my FNX 45 from a company out of Texas. So I'll keep you posted, and we'll put some more stuff out here. It's been a long time. I've just been busy with work and stuff, and haven't had a lot of time to put anything on YouTube in a while. So there we go. $75 night sight job for your Glock pistol. Can't beat it.